Semojo Homestead. We are so glad you're here joining us today. We are going to be working in the garden. We have some stuff that is ready to be harvested.
Some stuff
That's ready to be harvested, so we need to get that done.
Yes. And it's that time of year. We have several things in the garden that just need to be taken care of, which we're going to split that up. We'll be putting it up throughout the week. So we invite you guys to tune in. Stay tuned, join in, whatever you want.
Before we get started, we just wanted to thank you guys who have joined our YouTube family recently. And if you haven't, we welcome you to join us. That's just subscribing and join us on this journey. And also, we would love to know what you're harvesting in your garden right now, or depending on where you're at, what you're planting. We love hearing that, what's going on in your properties and in your gardens. So please share that with us.
Yes. So we are going to be harvesting our spring crops that are done.
Yes.
So we've got some potatoes that need to be dug and garlic.
Yes, and I am so excited about the garlic because this is our first time growing it.
It is. So both of these, we have not even started investigating yet.
No.
Both of these are obviously underground crops, so we have no clue what we're getting. So you guys get to discover it with us.
Yes.
So let's go. So the first thing that I want to touch on with you guys on potato harvest is when to harvest and how you know when to harvest. So that's something that, especially like first time potato growers, a lot of times they're like, when do I know when my potatoes are ready? So not all of our potatoes are quite ready for harvest. So these guys are still flourishing. And honestly, I don't remember which variety these are, but they have flowered. There's still a couple left right there, but they're kind of at the tail end of flowering. So flowering on potato plants just signifies that the plant is mature and that it is ready to start producing potatoes. So these guys are just now starting to produce. They're behind our others, which may actually be a good thing. These plants have always looked healthier. And so I think that by the end of their growing and when it is time to harvest these guys, they're going to give us some good potatoes. I'm going to show you what to look for to know when your potatoes are ready to harvest. The plants just completely die off. When they die off, you know, obviously they're done. There's potatoes underground, but the plant is not going to put off any more growth. So therefore the potatoes are obviously done growing. They've hit their max size they're going to get, and they're time to harvest. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these out of the ground, and then we will show you what our harvest looks like.
Okay, so if you plant onions, you know that the tops will die off, fall over and die back, and that's how you know when they're ready. All of our garlic is not falling over. With garlic, the main thing is that the tops are dying back. We know that these are done growing because the leaves are dying. So we're gonna go ahead and dig them up. Dig down and loosen up the dirt and try to see if I can get them up. These two have definitely grown together. There we go. I'm also trying not to hurt the flowers that are around it, so that's a pretty nice size. Let's see this one now. Ooh, that's a really good size. I am very happy with these first two. I am really excited to see how much we end up with. So we have our first 4 harvests of our garlic is fabulous. I am not disappointed. So I'm gonna finish the garlic, and Jeremy said we have an awesome potato harvest over here. So I thought I would bring you guys over here to see what he's getting.
Yes, so far I'm happy with what I'm seeing. So what I'm digging right now are the blue Adirondack potatoes that we planted, and they're pretty good harvest, pretty good size. We've had mixed results in the past with these, but they seem to be giving us a good harvest this year. So with potatoes, now you want to grow them in loose, well-draining soil, and that's what this is. If your soil is really loose and you've got just a good composition or makeup of material in there, then it's pretty easy to get them out. The biggest thing with potatoes is you don't want to bruise them or damage them when you're pulling them out. So you can use a potato fork, which is a tool that basically kind of sticks down in there and breaks up the soil and pulls those potatoes to the surface. The problem with that, and what I don't like about doing that, is you do risk piercing through potatoes sometimes. So I just like using my hand, digging down in there, and then just sort of turning the soil over, and you will get those potatoes to come to the surface that way. Also, your hands are not going to pierce through any of the potatoes. Let me show you. So what I do is just get underneath the plant. Oh, there's one right there. And kind of lift that soil, sift through it, and get those potatoes to come to the surface. If you just try to pull the plant out, chances are you're gonna have some potatoes that break off and get lost down in there. But this is what I have found to be the easiest, most effective way of finding almost all of your potatoes. So the Adirondack blue, if you couldn't tell by the name, are your like purple potatoes. They call them blue, but typically we call them purple. Whoa! Hey guys, check this out.
Look at this huge garlic bulb. This is definitely the largest I've found so far, but it's only like the 6th one I've dug up. So I'm so excited. We will be growing garlic every year.
That makes me happy.
So we have harvested our garlic, and I am so pleased with what we have. These bulbs, I would say 90% of them are very large. And
Large and in charge.
Smelling very garlicky over here. I don't know why we have all these gnats swarming around us now. I wouldn't say that we produced enough to get through the year, but this will take us pretty far into the year.
It will.
Yeah.
We would have to plant a lot of garlic to get all the way through the year.
Yeah.
But these were planted for like a spring harvest.
Yeah.
Early summer harvest.
Right.
So I think if we go ahead and probably get some in the ground in the next like month or two, they'll be ready for harvest like around, the end of fall.
And these will definitely get us through
Which
that.
could, then supply us with a full year.
Yeah.
So that's good. And the potato harvest was pretty good for considering that we pulled up, about half, or a little more than half of the harvest. The ones that I did not film harvesting, those actually were a little bit disappointing, but we did different compost in that bed and it was really compacted. And so there was just a lot of like rot on some of the potatoes and stuff like that. So that definitely factored in. But like I said, these potatoes behind us, I'm looking forward to harvest time when those are ready.
Yes. Potatoes are a good filler for a meal, in my opinion. That's what I really like having them for. And we have lots of squash coming in, which is another good filler. And we planted sweet potatoes. So I'm really excited about just having enough food to really sustain and bulk up our meals for the year.
Yeah, definitely. So, highs and lows?
Highs and lows.
Let's do it.
Okay. My high is that we're done with the show. We did the show. Show's over. We're on summer break officially. Woohoo. I am like, whoop, whoop. I'm ready for summer vacation and just being done with the show. It's time to move on to something new. So that's good. My low is probably in our first performance. One of our leads got hurt. We did our spin on Finding Nemo, and the girl that played Marlin got hurt her knee, and Salo was Marlin's understudy, but had spent so much time kind of focusing on her role as Nigel that she didn't really have time to put into the role of Marlin. But we had some teammates really help her out, and Dory, the girl that played Dory, was able to kind of walk her through that. I was able to walk her through it scene by scene when she was on my side of the stage with an exit. So it ended up working out okay. And the girl that plays Marlon was able to come in a few scenes later.
It was good. I mean, for someone watching it, it was seamless.
Oh yeah.
So she did a great job.
Yeah.
My high would be the performance. The girls did a great job. It was, I have a gnat in my mouth.
Great.
It was just a great kind of cap to the week. And getting to see that, getting to watch them, being a part of it too. So kind of help with the tech part of it. So that was a lot of fun. My low this week, I think, would be the heat. Like, that was rough. Now, I did thankfully have a shorter week because of Memorial Day, but we had our first, like, consistent days that were in the 90s. And so those first few days like that, it's hard to adjust. But then my body adjusts and it's like 90, what? So, you know, it's all good. I'm adjusted now, so that's the positive to it.
Yeah,
for sure.
And we did have some cool mornings, so that was nice.
Yeah.
That helps. But anyway, we thank you guys for hanging out with us on the homestead today as we harvested some food, and we hope you have a great week and be blessed.